Well, our first guests this week are joining us from a company called Solar Integrated Roofing Corporation, SIRC. To my immediate left is Marlena Lebrun, Investor Relations. Marlena, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
And of course, David Massey, the CEO. David, always great to see you.
Hey, Don, thank you.
David, I saw a couple of press releases this week about some pretty tremendous acquisition activity. What's going on?
You know, I've been working hard getting some LOIs. It's been a great year to getting them acquired. I believe today we just put out one about a San Diego roofing company that we're really excited about. We have a couple other that are media companies that people keep asking, why are you going after media companies? I can't express to you how important it is, because the media companies are the fuel to our business. Our entire business starts from the phone ringing and getting the lead of starting the process of the sale.
Well, it's kind of interesting because solar power and roofing companies have become, so to speak, the darling of the media, so to speak. Everybody's looking at solar, and there's a lot of competition out there, so you need the media company to break out from the pack.
And that's exactly the case. And one of the media companies is a nationwide media company, so they really give us a good feel for the hot spots of the solar areas that, across the U.S., and so we can find those areas and find the acquisitions in those areas that would work with our with our footprint that we're working on.
Now, Marlena, you're in investor relations. Tell us about a typical day at the company. What's your role?
Now, I get to take the calls of our wonderful shareholders, listen to their concerns. I've had the privilege of speaking to a lot of them, and again, listening to what their concerns are and sharing that with our board and with Mr. Massey. That's really most of what I do. Listen to what they have to say and their concerns, and take it back to the board and address them.
What's the number one question you seem to always answer?
Wow. They want to know how long it's going to take to get our stock to $1. They want to know how can they get in there and make their money quick and get out, or if they should stay in for the long haul. I get such an array of, the questions are from one end to the other.
Now, David, we had a conversation off the air where you said you've got something like $40 million in acquisitions on tap, in queue, so to speak. Do you have a goal set aside to when you want to try to get these closed?
Yes, sir. Definitely we do. We have we did a piece earlier on our team that's in place with the attorneys that we have, the merger and acquisition attorneys. They're there in place working diligently on a proposal now to close one. This week is my goal. This week or next week. I'm kind of jumping ahead. But I think that we'll get all or most of the acquisition closed by Q1 2019. And that's $40 million added with currently we're pushing $50 million of revenue first quarter 2019.
Just amazing the time that we've spoken to you and been covering your company. We've seen such tremendous growth. Now, when you've got the sign out, we're buying companies. I mean, do you have people contacting you, or do you have people that are going out and targeting companies for acquisition?
You know, we have a backlog of companies that we've been looking at. We work with a consultant that does consulting for roofing companies, and the target we're looking for is 20-plus-year-old roofing companies with a good customer base that we can call on, and the owner being a little up there in age, like myself. I've been a roofing contractor for 30 years, and the problem you have is you don't know what to do with your company as you get older.
Right.
So we have give them a good answer of, listen, we can buy your company, give you some stock, help us build build SIRC to 100 million, 150 million. Stock does something, you have a nice check, and a nice way to exit from the roofing industry.
You say you're getting older, but you're really only 27, right?
28, Don.
28.
I appreciate that.
I missed your birthday.
It's coming up next week. That, you know, you didn't realize that.
Now, 2018 has been a hugely successful year for you. I know. Have you paused to reflect on the success you've had this year?
You know, it's been a success of building the team. I'm disappointed somewhat in the confidence I think we've lost with our shareholders, with missing some of the deadlines that we put in place. But we're working really hard. One of the reasons we put Lena in place is make sure when the shareholders have concerns or questions, she's easily reachable, available during business hours. We're working hard on the website to get the website more up to speed and get social media out there. So we're trying to increase the awareness of SIRC.
Almost out of time, but what are your goals for 2019?
2019 for sure is close the acquisitions that are in place, get the revenues, the $40, $50 million. Definitely have the audit done, being uplisted on the QX. And at that point, I should be working full-time for SIRC, other than the private company I still run. And I think we can do a good job of adding acquisitions more efficiently throughout 2019.
Solar Integrated Roofing Corporation, SIRC. This has been a great growth story since we've been covering you, David. Thanks so much for joining us, Marlena. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks.